Hi guys, Malcolm here. Welcome to AmPro Season 2, Round 9 in Silverstone. I'm P5. We had to do a one-shot quali because some guys disconnected the first time round, which would have been a wet race. But here we go. A flying start off the grid around the outside of Jack, leave him enough space. But look at that, I'm into P4 now. So great start into turn 1, a great launch, but oh my goodness, this is horrific. Understeering wide, and Jack goes around the outside of turn 4. Unbelievable move there. And yeah, I dropped down to P5. It's all wasted. And at the end of lap 1, Jack and Ugoni are going side by side. They went through side by side through Cops, through Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. And look at this, they're slipstreaming one another now, going towards Stowe corner. And I stay behind. I'm in with a great chance. I've just got to stay behind now. Keep it clean. I'm closing in on them. And as we head towards Vale, the Vale chicane, one of my most hated corners, I understeer wide through the first part. I compromise my second part. And all of a sudden, I'm under pressure from Pinetal. I'm closer to JJ than I am to Ugoni. But look at this. As I head towards turn 1, an unforgivable mistake as I turn in too early. And I carry the speed into the gravel, spin and lose my half my front wing with spun tyres, and that is a horrific mistake, and that will completely compromise my race. So yeah, that's quite poor because I was fighting with a fighting chance of P3, P4 with the fast guys. But look at this, I'm 6 seconds behind Plarman now, who is in P6, and onto lap 6. The gap has increased from myself to Pinetal to almost 10 seconds. The two guys I believe I'm faster than in this race, so I have to make a decision to come into the pits if I want to beat them. And at this point I'm thinking, do one stop, carry those, stretch those prime tyres 20 laps, but look at this, I have to make a front wing change, another 3 seconds lost, and I come out of the pits behind Vinci, who I'm going to lose a lot of time on my outlap to, a driver that I'm significantly quicker than. And I'm getting very close to Vinci as we head out of Stowe corner, and look, I'm almost touching the back of him, almost pushing him through Vale and Club, but I choose to stick behind him because I do not want to go side by side into turn 1 with the Maldonado of the league, as I back off here on the main pit straight, as he makes the same mistake as well. He spins, he's sent spinning wide, and as a result he retires from the race, rage quits because of that. So lap 8 now, the gap from myself to Agusti is 14.3 seconds, so I'm pushing, and lap 12, Alessio pits, I come out in front of him. So the undercut has worked, but the tables are going to turn because he's going to have fresh tyres and he's going to be chasing me. Lap 13, I'll come out in front of Agusti, who pits for their one and only stops. Myself and JJ are going on 2 stops, but the rest of the field are going on 1 stop. But lap 16 here, only 4 laps after he's come out of the pits, he's pressurising me, Alessio is. He closed down a 2-second gap or 3-second gap to DRS range within, and I'm weaving to get out of his slipstream. And yeah, as we head towards Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel, he almost touches the back of me there. Look at that. As we go so close, and I just can't afford to lose more time, because at this rate, I'm not going to finish anywhere near Agusti or Alessio, so I come in for a second stop. I want to be on fresh option tyres that will go to the end easily. And as you can see, yes, myself and JJ on 2 stops, because JJ we're going to go option prime, and we're both going to be chasing down Agusti and Alessio for P6. As I come out of the pits, the gap from myself to Agusti in P8 is 15.6 seconds, but Pinetal pits, so the gap from me to him is now 9.9 seconds, and at the exact same point a lap later it is 7.1 seconds, so I'm furiously closing the gap down, pushing like hell. Very intense last stint of the race for myself, as the gap is closing down more and more from myself to the 3 cars ahead, and especially Alessio and Agusti, who were in a battle. They were really clustered together, and that allowed Pinetal to join the battle, which allowed them to lose time. And look at this, lap 24 now, 3 laps to go, and I can see them right ahead as I go towards turn 4 and 5, and on lap 25 now, 2 laps to go. I'm still on P9. I've got so much work to do. As the tyres worn down, it was way harder for me to gain time on the cars ahead as I was on lap 19 and 20. But Pinetal and Agusti go side by side through turn 4, I believe it is. And as a result, Pinetal runs wide, and that's P8 for me. But this is the last lap now of the Grand Prix. Very intense. I was pushing so hard on these tyres, maybe pushed too hard as Agusti went wide. My tyres are possibly dead. So you could think I've got a run on him, but oh no, I was in DRS range. And I still am, but I've got a really bad run as I run wide. That turn 3 and 4 complex not really serving me wonders at all in this race. But here we go. Agusti and Alessio are battling. Look at this as they go towards Chapel Corner and onto the Hangar Straight. The last lap now. They're battling for P6. If they get in a tangle, perhaps I could get some extra points. But at the moment, it looks very clean. But Agusti runs a little wide, but there's not enough time for me to get anywhere, make up any more ground as we both run wide towards Vale Chicane as our tyres are both completely dead. And yeah, a really tough race, compromised by my mistake. So in the end, a really exciting race. I got to battle with the likes of Alessio and JJ, who I don't normally battle with, so that was fun. Of course, not the result I wanted. There was so much promise in my home race. My fastest lap time, 1:34.3, was the second fastest lap time in the race, so the pace was there, the potential was there, but that early mistake ruining everything. And Miguel taking the win with Womack's P2 means that they both leapfrog Ricciardo, who is away for Britain and Germany. Yeah, unfortunately, with my bad results recently after Canada, I'm being sucked into a battle for P4, P5 with the likes of Agusti, Plowman and Jack. Nothing much has changed in the constructors other than Ferrari leapfrogging McLaren at the bottom, and Toro Rosso and Williams are now level on points, and Mercedes closing the gap on Red Bull, whose 2 drivers didn't race today. So yeah, a miserable home race for me, but hopefully I can bounce back next week. Hockenheim it is, a better track for me.